Hello, my name's Rob Smith, and I want to show you the working concept presentation, brand working concepts that I did for Kohva. Kohva is a software development company. Right now, they're really niched in the property management and real estate area, but they are going to start building software for multiple types of businesses. And in this presentation, I'm going to go fairly fast for time's sake. I want you to pay attention to some of these marks here. Now, like anything in the brand, you want to tell a story, and we want to make sure that they understand the whole story when you're presenting and when you're building a brand, because we're creating cultures, not just internally but externally, and we're basically build that brand guideline eventually that is the Bible of that company. It's a living Bible and it's constantly growing. Just like, organizations like CSU, you have a brand guideline that is always growing. So let's go through here. Alrighty. So it's an online business software dashboard powering today's commerce. And you can see the screened background here. We're staying consistent, but we are building the story here. A complete set of online software for a business. Obviously the whole circle, but I want you to keep focused on the middle here and where we're going with this, because again, it's telling a story. Here's the reliable business software working for businesses 24/7, and obviously using a very simple gear graphic to show that it's working 24/7. Very simple. We don't want to complicate it. Nonstop evolution of research and development of new software. Not just new software, but constantly updating the software that they've created. So everything's always working. Their staff is working 24/7 and always in development mode and improving on things and creating new software. It's fully integrated. And obviously, we know what an integrated is, but a great way to sum this up is look at Google. Your Google Docs and how everything's kind of integrated. So basically, for their business software is basically kind of like creating a integrated system, kind of like how Google has done for the masses. And it's very simple user interfaces. That you don't really have to study how-to guides or watch videos on how to do the function that you need. It's very simple, and once you know one program, you'll be able to know the other. And of course, it works for all businesses of types and sizes. They create their different packages, starter package, middle of the road package, enterprise, etc., and so on. And it's totally scalable. So it doesn't really matter with your business. When your business grows, it's going to be a scalable software that's always going to grow with your business. And you can see this mark here. We're growing here. It says, "Welcome to Kohva." So we present the concept of the identity here, and we move forward basically. And you can look through the PDF that we have here actually on the slide share. A complete online software innovation for businesses of all type, and it's pretty much what we restate and what we've talked about. But they're really working hard to work for those businesses that are in a budget and want to scale up and eventually can upgrade. So we're going to talk about the Kohva logo and how it's the catalyst of the whole brand image and the whole public perception of how Kohva is going to be in the marketplace as far as a software development company. And you can see a lot of times, as you know, we want to have something that's horizontal and vertical, because we know we're in situations that we want to be able to use it horizontal and vertical, and staying consistent. Preferred, would be the horizontal, and then of course the vertical, the stacked version. We know that we would have to use that in different situations, like vertical banners, etc. And of course, we need to make sure that we have a clear distance around the logo. We definitely need to make sure that there's white space around it so it can breathe and pop off the page or on the screen. And the same thing with the stacked version, the verticals. And we do the color studies, obviously, with the Pantone color, CMYK, RGB, you've seen all these and the different usages, how you could use it. Again, this isn't a working concept here in how it's presented, but showing them, how all this stuff can go into print collateral and online collateral and trade shows, etc. It's going to drive everything. And then we'll show the system here. And then here's, obviously you'll need letterhead and your station or number 10 envelope, business cards. Makes a really nice system here. And you can see how we're using the story, how we're using this. Again, here's the closer look of the letterhead in the one sheet. Number 10 envelope, business envelope. How the business cards will look. Your invoices, as we know, have pre-printed paper, and whatever they're using, it's going to print out right here, and they can send to their clients. Most of it's going to be digital, but if they want to print a PDF or anything, this is going to show. And there are other software, free rental site, which, by the way, that's a brand that I built. Their website, freerentalsite.com. But you can see down here how it's a Kohva company. Down here how we're showing the different ways that they can show whether it's in color or grayed out with everything else. Of course, with the other softwares, and how is it going to show in those different dashboards and different online presence. And down here, they want it down in the docking area. How's it going to look like down in the docking area when you turn it on? Of course, the different areas, keeping one logo, applications, invoicing, forms, rentals, the different softwares for each one, just keeping it very simple. Their exterior signage, office logo coming into the office. Of course, the property management company, restricts you to have that area, so that's the best choice to have is the stacked version. Interior graphics and how you use it inside the office space. So you can see how the whole brand works. It's a living creature, and even when it comes over into the other wall here, it's very consistent and flows through the whole office. And you want to put some inspirational type quotes in here, but it's just perfect how the brand works. I personally think it's beautiful. And of course, we're a software company, we want to have fun, and this is their office space. They call it the War Room. So we created a icon, and actually that's one of my Army men from my 1975 kit from the Guns of Navarone. But we made a graphic out of that for the War Room. And there it is mocked up, how it's going to look. More graphics. You can see how we're using that shape all the way through. Logo wear. Men and women. Different ways you could have it for a hat. Always have mugs. We know that everyone has a mug and is addicted to whatever their hot beverage is in the morning. And of course, they're going to have fleet of cars, and they're looking at Teslas, at least for some of the management and some sales to go out, because obviously they want to make sure that they are look good with their branding. I mean, it's the top of the notch technology, so it's like supporting the brand. And obviously, a couple different looks. And then the black car. And what this is, it's basically showing an image, cropped up image, and how they would do ads. And obviously it could be rolled out into different medias. We like using just to get the concept across the just a 7x10 or so page. But you can see basically a simple flight and how the and how we could have this just simple software and just conveying very clean graphics and photography and how simple this software is. And of course, we're using the orange in here for more of a call to action. Let's go to the next page. Obviously, whiners allowed. It's so simple that you could really relax and have a glass of wine, and there's no stressing about it. Now, this was just kind of fun. This was just more for them. Probably wouldn't publish this, but they were really talking about how gosh, they really get into the development process and how they might be sipping on some scotch or something in the office in the evening, late nights, and really brainstorming. So that was just more for an internal humor side of things. And it's just welcome to the Kohva brand. And that's the last page. So really, I just wanted to show you how the thought process and how you tell a story going all the way through, and how we get, once we get that approval, you roll out all the different areas, because we're creating a culture, we're creating a brand, and then all the graphic elements and the copywriting, etc. Again, this is Rob Smith, and I hope you enjoyed this. Again, there's a PDF file there on SlideShare that you can look through.